Welcome back, everyone, to our Star Wars Plus live reaction of The Mandalorian, titled
We Have Spoken. Previously on Blade Runner, Back to the Future, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, The Mandalorian.
Is that what we're still watching?
Maybe.
I can't tell.
We're not watching Andor?
May as well be at this point. I wouldn't say last episode wasn't entirely different. It wasn't like the third episode of this season. We actually got a good old-fashioned side quest last episode, which may or may not have had a celebrity cameo or two.
Or three.
Or three. But unfortunately, when we got to the plot portion, that's where it fell flat. Because, as we all know, Bo-Katan has pretty much been set up to become the new Mandalorian. Din Djarin has pretty much been sidelined at this point. People tend to forget Grogu exists half the time. It's become established at this point that the show is now going to focus on her, as well as possibly the other Mandalorians. And while I understand why they're doing it, because Mando's arc's pretty much done at this point, it's still really disappointing for him to go out like this, basically a side character in his own show. Seriously, this is not Andor. I don't understand why this is happening. Like, if they really wanted someone to take over the reins, they really should have written it in that manner. But no, instead, we've gotten all this so far, and I barely recognize it as the Mandalorian anymore. But hey, we have 2 more episodes left of this season, so let's get started on the part 1 of our finale, which is titled
The Spies.
And I will say the only saving grace in this episode that I know is coming is the return of a certain Moff. Of course, we knew was coming back. I mean, you don't foreshadow someone that much and then not deliver. And yes, I am very excited because I've been waiting for him forever. Other than that, I'm still very skeptical and weary of what is about to happen in here that will lead to the finale. And we got another long episode here, so strap in, folks, because I have a feeling this is going to be a doozy. So with that being said, let's get started and see what happens when we see the return of a certain silver fox. Hey.
Bo-Katan was right. Mandalore is not cursed.
Cursed!
Going off to bring other
Not
Mandalorians
cursed.
in exile to us, so that we may join together once again. It is time to retake Mandalore.
Have you come
We
back?
could have done this ourselves, but you know.
I've come to reclaim my fleet.
And this blade was taken from me. Bo-Katan rescued me and slayed my captor. I return this blade to its rightful owner.
It's still some bullshit semantics.
You set me up.
I wonder if we're gonna come back to him and he's just a drooling vegetable like
On the streets of Coruscant, na 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 na.
I feel like we're about to watch Ghost in the Shell or something like that.
Or more Blade Runner.
That too. Oh, one of those things.
Probe droid.
Are they always that big?
I think we usually just see them from a distance, so we don't really have an idea of quite the scale.
Present hall pass. Second request, present hall pass.
Report. And make it quick, as I am short on time.
I knew it.
The pirates have run into trouble on Navarro. Magistrate cargo was aided by Mandalorians.
Which Mandalorians?
All of them.
Bo-Katan Kryze led a squadron of Mandalorians alongside Din Djarin and his covert.
This cannot be. Those 2 factions are sworn enemies.
Which is why I contacted you with haste.
Get with the times, man. That was like 2 seasons ago.
I shall deal with our Mandalorian friends.
It's where you hold up.
This displeases me. This seems like a very impractical hallway.
Does.
Or at least overkill.
Let's have some cool effects.
Oh, are they that cloning facility?
We must be cautious.
For citizens loyal to the Empire on every planet in this galaxy. They're already getting sick of this new republic.
What
and
else is
its
new?
rules and regulations.
And you would give them a show of strength.
That strength must not be wasted. Grand Admiral Thrawn's return will herald in the re-emergence of our military.
So they found him.
And provide Commandant Hux enough time to deliver
Ah.
the necromancer.
I guess that's
Captain
Hux's
Elliot.
father.
You always speak with much authority, and yet I see, once again, that Grand Admiral Thrawn is missing from your delegation.
Oh, they're saving him.
When he will be able to...
He'll be coming. you wait.
Grand Admiral Thrawn is coming. It's gonna be fantastic.
Our one hope for success relies upon the secrecy of his return.
I hear whispers from one end of the galaxy to another, and never a word of Thrawn.
Isn't that how you want it?
Spoken of his imminent return. Perhaps it's time we look to new leadership.
Dude, don't pull this.
Project Necromancer is a place for that.
Yes.
So, raising the
What has
dead.
become of Dr. Pershing?
So he died and they're resurrecting him?
Promised us.
Dr. Pershing.
Oh, they're talking about the
of New
Emperor.
Republic. His research is lost. For now.
You held Pershing and were attempting your own experiments on Navarro.
The creation of clones is your obsession, not mine. I account for what goes on in my sector. No more, no less. The same can be said of every member of this council.
Yes, of course. That's right. Yes.
So,
And
Gideon
yet,
clones?
This almost feels like the Guild of Calamitous
We
again.
received your request.
Except lamer.
3 Praetorian guards.
And what is your security concern?
Mandalorians.
What?
Well, they did best you in battle.
Continue to be in this group?
They do. I am increasingly confident that they are preparing to retake their home world of Mandalore.
Mandalorians working together, mass hysteria.
And your guard.
We shall be rid of the Mandalorians once and for all. Long live
Yeah,
the
sure.
Empire! Long live the Empire!
I like you, Moff Gideon, but I don't have much faith in you to do that.
I mean, the Mandalorians are dumb enough where he could find a way to exploit them. It would be funny if the Order rose because of the Mandalorians' incompetence.
This again?
No, not the fuck again!
An Imperial shuttle is advancing over the city.
Y'all gotta get like snipers or something like that.
It's not Imperial.
But apologies. According to my data, it is.
No, it was an Imperial ship. Look at mine.
Oh, it's the Mandalorians.
Yeah, it's the one that they, the fleet they took.
Captured
Yeah.
from the Empire.
So, they're on our side then?
I should hope so. They're our welcome guests.
Bad choice, really. Well, this isn't an ominous camera shot or anything.
I hope these two groups get along.
Have fun.
And what little they know of each other, they hate.
What else is new?
If they want to survive.
Oh boy, time for a Mexican standoff. Ooh, already starting things off on the wrong foot. Alright, enough staring each other down.
Fellow Mandalorian, we invite you to make camp.
A welcome gift. To celebrate our new neighbors.
Ooh, nice.
That's all the way from Coruscant, so you might want to wait for a smaller gathering before you open it. Thank you. That's not the only gift I have for you.
Like, do I get wine?
Ah.
They fixed him. That's...
Oh.
He's a mech now.
What did you do to IG-11? No, that's IG-12 now. Do you like him? Do I like him?
He's literally a shell of his former self.
Well, the Encelad stripped IG down to his base motor functions. They removed his memory circuit. The pilot provides cognition.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hug me!
It's more like a vehicle.
Oh boy.
He's too little to operate this. No.
A mech for Crook. You know what? I approve. If he's not gonna have like super Jedi powers, he may as well have this. That's right, get in your little death machine.
So what do you think?
Aw, I want to take a picture.
Nice work, I'll give them that, but Grogu is too young to operate heavy machinery. Maybe when he's older. No.
This.
What do you mean, no?
No.
Oh boy. He can speak now.
He's old enough to operate it.
Yes.
Dude, he's older than you.
Get him out of there.
No.
Try out my office.
Yes.
No, this is not a good idea. Come on.
Oh boy.
Nope.
Hey,
Leave me alone. You're not my real dad anyway.
So this is what it's like to be tall.
Look at that.
Yes.
yes, what?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
Oh boy.
This won't get old fast.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That's it, you're grounded. Dude. I can't. Go now.
Doing? Stop. Grogu. No.
Yes.
No. Give it no.
Oh. I love Taika Waititi gets paid to say basically 2 words. What the hell did they kill? It looked like a person almost. Judge. Judge. Stare.
Even though the planet is not cursed, there are still dangers. Dormant species have been awakened from the bombings. The remaining magnetic interference has made it impossible to scan the surface from above atmosphere. Which is why I'm proposing that we leave Navarro and move the fleet into orbit above Mandalore. We send down a small recon party. We'll scout the surface, find out what remains of the Great Forge, and establish a safe perimeter. Only then will we bring down the others.
How about first you work to actually unite the two?
Mm-hmm.
Make sure they get along
I need
nice.
volunteers from both tribes.
Dude, they all just got there.
Yeah.
Also, you haven't really proven to them that Mandalore is worth re-inhabiting.
I will go.
He's like, fine, I'll volunteer. Nobody else will.
I will go. I will
I
go.
suppose if we want to be main players in this show while it lasts, we may as well volunteer.
I will go. I will go.
I will go.
I'm Spartacus.
I will go as well.
Where are you going? Oh, of course.
The Forge.
The Forge, and to betray them, obviously. Well, I hope you all enjoyed Navarro. You know, if somebody else were structuring this season, this would be like a season 4 type thing. It's like season 3 is about, you know, gathering the Mandalorians, gaining trust and friendship through adventures and whatever. And then we talk about re-inhabiting Mandalore season 4. But nope, we gotta rush through this. YOLO! Whee!
Commander, landing zone secure.
Well, it's around for 5 seconds. It's totally safe.
We'll survey the surface until we find the forge and create a safety zone. Only then will we begin to bring down the settlers. We start scouting in that direction.
Oh boy.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
No shit. This almost feels like a trap. Psst. Those Mandalorian
This
Vikings?
It's like a skiff. We do now.
We do?
You were the presence of the night owl.
I should hope so. The Mandalorians.
These fuckers have been here the whole time?
It is?
We knew you would not forsake us, Lady Bo-Katan. We have failed you, but our blasters remain in your service.
Why were they here this whole time? How were they here this whole time?
We took no prisoners. They bombed every surface twice over. They punished us as a warning to the whole galaxy because we refused to surrender.
That's not true. I did surrender.
I met with Moff Gideon. The ISB had reached out to me to negotiate a ceasefire.
That's how they got the Darksaber.
In exchange for submitting to the Empire and disarming, all remaining cities and Mandalorian lives were to be spared. That is how Moff Gideon came to possess the Darksaber.
Through
I didn't trust him, but
negotiations.
it was the only chance I had to save our people. And then he betrayed me, and we were helpless to resist the urge of Mandalore.
Honestly, you should have expected the betrayal.
How did these others survive?
We were hidden on the moon of Concordia.
Were you Death Watch?
Death Watch exists no longer. It
Kinda does.
split into many warring factions.
Mandalore has always been too powerful for any enemy to defeat. It is always our own division that destroys us.
Well, that's what happened in your society is basically like Spartans or Klingons.
And you think you can just reunite everybody and expect that all to go away?
To be fair, most of the people with that solid mindset are probably dead by this point. And the others are probably so desperate to survive, they don't care at this point.
We were taught that everyone but us had forsaken the way. That you were selfish and uncaring. Now I understand.
You were right. I was selfish. And this is what it brought.
We'll rebuild it. Isn't that our history? For thousands of years we have been on the verge of extinction. And for thousands of years we have survived.
Because you're too stubborn to die.
I don't know if I can keep everyone together. But this blade is all I have to unify our people.
I only know of this weapon what you taught me. To be honest, it means nothing to me or my people. Nor does station or bloodline. What means more to me is honor, and loyalty, and character. These are the reasons I serve you, Lady Kryze. Your song is not yet written. I will serve you until it is.
What do you mean her song is not yet written? It's several verses deep at this point.
These here are too weak to continue. We must return to the gauntlet, and I will ferry them back to the fleet in the morning.
Agreed. Those of you who are well enough can join us in the search for the Great Forge.
We can do better than that.
You bring it straight to it.
We can bring you there.
Onward, Mandalorians! To the Forge!
Did you say you're forging a path there?
Boo. Have fun being sitting ducks. Of course, they're playing chess to pass the time.
New strategy. Let the Wookiee win.
It's a flank job, and you're about to submit.
Those were like Chinese checkers.
When it's flanking.
These primitives make up their own rules for everything.
Oh, don't start.
Seriously?
Still think you can unite everybody?
Submit or fight.
Dude, you don't have to whip it out every time. Guys, don't start this. Come on. My dick's bigger than your dick.
Should I step in?
Neither side can step in. It was bound to happen sooner or later.
Let them fight it out like the tantrum toddlers they are. You just haven't lived till you've seen a monkey knife fight. Look at Grogu intervening. Well, if the baby said so.
You taught your apprentice well.
You didn't learn that from me.
I mean, he did train to be a Jedi who are peacekeepers, so yeah. Oh boy. It's Gogeta! That took forever to build.
We're not far. We need to go further down. Go, go, go. Go.
Quick, into the hole! Is this the forge? Or is this the city?
Where are we?
This is what's left of the Great Forge.
Jetpacks. Survivors.
Oh boy.
They're Mandalorians.
Oh,
stormtroopers.
They fly now? They fly now. Can I get one Wilhelm scream? Just one, please? Thank you for attacking one at a time. Run away! Run away!
Okay, kid. You gotta keep up.
I was gonna say, was that thing designed for running? Hang on, are they going into that hideout that Gideon was in? Has he been hiding in the forge the whole time?
What is this place?
Yep. It's a trap! Fire, fire.
Guess that's where the rumors of a curse came from.
Ooh.
There he is.
Oh boy. Dun 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 dun.
Disarm him.
He's sporting his own Beskar armor now. Gee, I wonder where he got it from. I'm back, motherfucker.
Thank you for gathering the Mandalorians into one place. Thanks to your planet's rich resources, I have created the next generation Dark Trooper suit, forged from Beskar alloy. And the most impressive improvement is that it has me in it.
He's such a smug bastard, and I love it.
Has something to offer. The cloners, the Jedi, and even the Mandalorians. Why don't we take your fleet off the board?
Oh
We
boy.
still have the element of surprise. Activate the interceptors and bombers. No!
Should have seen that coming.
She basically led her people to the slaughter.
The purge of Mandalore will be complete.
I don't like this new Purge movie.
Take him to the debriefing room.
President kill him execution style right then and there. I almost expected
I should
it.
have killed you when I had the chance.
Yeah.
Surrender the Darksaber and tell these people that this planet is mine.
Have fun with that.
This is the way.
Why don't you just wait until they open the doors and then start shooting?
Told you Mandalorians were dumb. He's gonna die.
Yeah. Been waiting for that shoe to drop this whole season.
Go! There are too many. This is the way.
Oh no! He's gonna die. I'm feeling things.
I'm no longer an asshole. My arc is complete, and now I die in dramatic fashion. It's either go out like Rambo or nothing. Like if there was overheated gun at him.
Oh, at least we got a cool fight. Not a Wilhelm, but I'll take it.
And now Gideon's gonna finish the job.
Gideon's gonna wipe the floor with him.
Oh shit.
Oh, not just Gideon.
Aren't those
The guards that were in Last Jedi, I think.
Yeah, and Snoke's throwing them.
Yeah. There we go.
Overkill. Fatality.
Tell my son, this is the way. I'm not dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
I'm getting better.
Nope, you'll be stone dead in a moment.
I don't want to go on the curse.
Don't be such a baby.
I feel happy.
Well, I can at least say that was exciting.
Yeah.
I'll give it credit for that. It's lots of good action.
There was a lot of dumb, but at least I was entertained and I wasn't mad the whole time.
Like I said, it still has a pacing problem. They just got these warring factions together and immediately like, well, now that we're all together again, let's go take over Mandalore. It's like, dude, give them a little time, you know, to settle, to get to know each other, form bonds, before we go off and do this crazy-ass quest.
Mandalorians can never work together. They're like Mandalorians and Jedi, or Mandalorians and Quarren, or Mandalorians and other Mandalorians. Damn Mandalorians, they ruined Mandalore!
Literally! Like, I won't say everything in this was totally predictable, but I called a lot of it. I knew they were going into a trap.
Yep.
It was so fucking
Very
obvious.
obvious.
I was surprised to see that their new Empire headquarters was in the Forge, though. It makes sense now why those rumors about Mandalore being cursed were spread.
Yeah. Basically, this Mandalorian-obsessed Moff Gideon has now taken that one step further to basically become Mandalorian by wearing the Beskar.
I hate to say it, but he's now become like every Marvel villain ever. It's like, oh, I was bested by the hero. Well, now I will steal their power / tech / whatever and become like them, but better.
But he kind of is.
Yeah, I know. I'm not arguing that.
No.
Don't get me wrong, I still love Moff Gideon. I just fear he's starting to get into cliche territory a little bit.
Well, this is probably his last hurrah. If I had to guess, he's going to go out in the next episode.
Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a shit ton of Easter eggs in this. And I mean, a lot of foreshadowing for what we could probably expect in Ahsoka.
So, yeah, we've only got one more episode. The Mandalorians were led into a trap, most likely by the Forger.
Yep. Come on, the very first shot of her in this episode was her walking out of the Forge and the Empire ship going across the sky. You can't tell me that was not intentional.
This whole plan that the remnants of the Empire has is all contingent on the imminent return of Grand Admiral Thrawn, but we know he is coming. He's coming, you just wait. And it's like,
The
well...
dragons are coming.
But then there is also first or second episode of this season where they showed the space whales.
Right.
So I'm guessing that's pretty strong evidence for his imminent return.
I mean, even last season, when we first saw Ahsoka, what was the last thing she said in that episode?
Where is Thrawn?
Right, which means she knows he's alive, she knows he's out there, it's all a matter of just tracking him down. Because, I mean, even the Empire said they had been, like, planting little whispers and stuff. Foreshadowing his return, but still trying to make it a surprise. Like, we know it's coming, and heck, Ahsoka has pretty much confirmed that it is happening. Remember, nobody dies in Star Wars, and we
no one's ever really gone.
Nope. We didn't see him die, we didn't see Ezra die, so that means they're both alive, they're just God knows where. It was only a matter of time, and I mean, we need a big baddie to fill in the time frame before Snoke comes to power and we have the New Order. So, yeah, you may as well, given he's basically one of the best villains Star Wars has ever had.
Yeah.
I do like that the Imperials are pretty much admitting that they're looking incompetent on purpose, just to fool everyone into thinking that they're scattered and, like, few. It's a good tactic, but at the same time, they still kind of look incompetent because of it.
The Empire's always been incompetent. What are you talking about? Like...
And yet they were in power for 20 years.
Yeah.
Just saying.
They were still incompetent, though. There were a lot of things. They may have been in power for a while, but all things considered, their reign is ultimately just a little blip in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Because they were so incompetent. They got the element of surprise and the fact that Palpatine had all these contingency plans for everything.
And he had all these people to go along with it. They're like, oh, you want a clone of yourself just in case you die in a sudden manner. Okay, cool, we'll get right on that.
It was like, once they stopped with the Jedi hunting, once they thought they'd gotten rid of all the remnants of the old Republic, okay, now we can just sit back and rule because we've done the thing. It's like, great, you just got complacent and that's why your asses got handed to you. And then what did you do? Your big space station blew up and you just decided, fuck it. Build another one. That'll work.
We still have the blueprints. We can make it work.
And not only that, let's put the freaking Emperor on the thing when they attack it. Even though we think we reinforced it, nah, we're not going to bother to check everything.
Your overconfidence is your undoing.
Your faith in your friends is yours.
But, I mean, all that aside, the way Moff Gideon managed to pull all that off It's so obvious, though, because, I mean, the fact that all those soldiers have Beskar armor, the fact that he has Beskar armor, it's like, come on, we know what the twist is. And I will be shocked if that's not the case. I mean, the only other person I thought it could possibly be was it Paz Vizsla? And he's dead now. So, yeah.
That just leaves one more. Mm-hmm. Also, we kind of tiptoed around this, so Gideon was doing his own cloning?
Is that what he said?
They said he had clones on board his ship. Like,
no, well, remember, he was running those facilities, particularly the one in Navarro that had, like, the proto-Snoke clones.
Yeah, but it seemed like his clones were run differently than what the Empire was doing. I forget exactly what they said, but basically it seemed like the stuff he was doing wasn't really on the books.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he had a clone in waiting. He's like, you know, the Emperor had a contingency plan. I may as well, too. Which I wouldn't mind, because it means he'll come back in the future, albeit a cloned version of himself. But whatever, I'm down for it. Any reason to see Giancarlo Esposito. He was awesome in this, as usual.
I'm like, give him kudos. As soon as he heard that all the Mandalorians were going to start working together, he's like, no, we're stomping that out. But then again, that does kind of take away from the Forager, because I would think that he'd know that the Mandalorians were working together and that somebody wasn't just feeding them information, unless the Forager was not speaking to him directly, speaking to the spy instead.
I guess.
I don't know. Something doesn't smell right there.
I mean, unless it's someone on Bo's team that's the snake in the grass. Like, what's his name? The guy that, like I said, only had 3 words of dialogue until the season, and suddenly he was the new leader. Like, it could be him, too. I mean, he's another possible suspect. To me, the Forager makes more sense, because where the hell did they get all that Beskar from? And I mean, yes, I know they were on Mandalore, but Mandalore was also blown to shit, and it's not like they had anyone at their disposal who knew how to forge that particular type of armor.
Well, they were keeping all the other Mandalorians away, so maybe they had a pocket of some sort that they were able to access.
I suppose so.
It's like a freaking Scooby-Doo plot, except he might actually get away with it, despite the meddling Mandalorians.
I mean, we know they ultimately sort of win down the line. The First Order does become a thing. The only question now is he gonna meet his end this season? Is somebody else gonna meet their end this season? Because I don't think Mandalore's gonna get reestablished, and if they do, it'll be a fucking miracle. Frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if everyone on the lead ship was blown to shit by this point. Or at least close to.
No, I don't know. I mean, part of me feels like there's not much more they can do with Gideon. Even getting him in this was kind of a stretch.
Yeah, well, let's face it, with Thrawn in the wings, like, he kind of overshadows him, so it does make sense to kind of off him. I mean, I don't like the idea, because he's such a great bad guy, but from a storytelling perspective, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to wait for next week and see what unravels.
Yeah, this finale better be a doozy, or at least make up for some of the aggravation we had to deal with from this season. Because, I mean, we already checked in with, what's-her-name, who's a plant in Coruscant in the New Republic.
The amnesty program.
Right. We know there's, like, some people that still gotta be loyal. It's okay, because Grogu has a mech now.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
No.
That is so funny.
I thought they were going to drive that joke into the ground. They stopped it just in time.
Yes. Like, I guess they had to, because, you know, he can't just keep floating around his little crib all the time. And again, if he's not going to learn more Jedi skills, if he's still too young to fully fight like a Mandalorian and hold a pistol or whatever, then they gotta figure something out, and that was the best way. Again, poor Taika Waititi.
Hey, he's off doing pirate things.
Yeah.
And vampire things.
Better things than this, let's put it that way.
Yep.
Well, with that being said, join us for the grand finale of Mandalorian Season 3. So until next time, I'm Kat MacBerrie.
I'm Doug MacBerrie.
And all hail Sir Grogu, the squasher of fruits, ruler of the IG mech suit. Yes, 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 yes.